Good morning, everybody. It's a lovely Friday. It's April. I guess today, if you're in Denver, it's the first baseball game for our fabulous quote, quote team. However, let's don't talk baseball. Let's talk to Tami Bonner, who has just opened the Purple Door, which is more than a coffee house. And she is one great lady. Good morning, Tami.
Good morning. Happy to be here on this beautiful Colorado day.
Yes, I love it when it's April and 70, not when the snow comes. Okay, I had the honor of going by the Purple Door the other day, 16th and Sherman. Tell us, well, first tell us about you. Tell us how and why, what you do, and how the Purple Door came to be.
Happy to do it. First of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Every chance that we get to share a little bit about what we do, it helps us move the mission forward. So, like you said, my name is Tami Bonner. I am the Director of Social Enterprise for an organization called Dry Bones Denver. Dry Bones Denver is an organization in the city that works among Denver's unhoused teens and young adults. And the basic mission of Dry Bones is to build relationship with young people who are often seen as invisible, who have many barriers to specifically employment, which is what we're going to kind of talk about today. So what my role is at Dry Bones is to develop and pursue our social enterprises. And so one of the things that we found out early on with kids living on the streets is that they were able to get jobs, but they lacked many of the skills to keep those jobs. And so we opened a coffee shop many years ago and had a job training program in that coffee shop, but really found that the kids coming straight off the streets into a public facing customer service role was not the best environment for learning job skills, soft skills, hard skills, any of them, because a lot of them we're still working through a lot of trauma and we're easily triggered in those kinds of environments. So we opened a coffee roastery. We have an active coffee roastery in Inglewood, and that is where our job training program works. And so it's 12 months for young people coming in who are interested in exiting street life, who are ready to pursue employment. And
Okay,
so
I have
we
a
spent,
question.
yes,
How do they
yeah, yeah.
find, how do they find you?
Well, we have an outreach team at Dry Bones Denver. So our outreach team is out in the city every week,
Okay,
meeting young people, engaging with young people. They invite them up for meals. We have a what we call headquarters where that's at 16th and Downing, where there's opportunity for relationship building, meals, showers,
okay.
laundry,
I'm
all of those
wondering
types of
how
things.
these kids who are on the street are even presentable enough to go apply for a job.
Right. Well, so they get a lot of that undergirding relationship at Dry Bones. And when they come to us at Purple Door, there really are no barriers. I mean, you have to be sober and willing to participate. But beyond that, come as you are. We're going to spend 12 months working on all of the challenges that you might face to getting a job and keeping a job. And those are as simple as hygiene, justice involved issues, and go as deep as what do you do when you're late and you shame spiral? And so you just disappear. So we spent a lot of time working on how to communicate, how to call in if you're going to be late, how to search for a job, how to do an interview. We do mock interviews, we do practice in job searches, and we try to build relationships with businesses that would be willing in the last quarter of the 12 months that young people are with us to bring them on in an intern environment so that they can start to get their footing in a job that is not the safety of our training program.
They're not
So
living,
go ahead.
they don't live there.
No, we do not provide housing. We do not provide housing. However, when someone comes to the Purple Door program, if they are unhoused at the time that they come, which they can be, we spend a great deal of the first part of their time with us getting them connected to housing,
Okay.
which is challenging, but it's important to be housed if you're going to be
It
able to be
sounds like
successful.
what you're doing is go ahead, incredible.
Well, so one of the things that I noticed that has come about as we've had these conversations with media is um, something that, before I even talk about the coffee shop, that I think is really important is that what we believe is that, so this is a paid job training program. So
Okay.
for 12 months, you're with us 25 hours a week, and you are paid for all of the hours that you're with us. Part of those hours, you spend actually helping us with production. So you're helping with getting beans that our professional roaster has roasted on site. You are spending time prepping those for packaging because we sell wholesale and retail. We have an online presence, and so a big part of what they do is help with that process. But about 3/4 of the hours that they're with us, they are in curriculum, in therapy, meeting with business coaches and life coaches, and they are paid for all of those hours too. So we pay for those people to come in, and we also pay our participants to participate because we really believe that is the work. That's the work that it's going to take for you to be successful, is that work that you need to do with yourself. So that's what our 12 months are.
Wow. Okay.
So the coffee shop was our dream for many things. It's a next step job opportunity. So for some of the people that graduate from our program, if there's an opening at the coffee shop, they can apply there and have a job there. We have 2 program graduates at the coffee shop right now.
You have
Um,
a young man.
we have a young man, and then we have a lady who graduated from our program about 6 months ago.
Would
And
that
she,
be AJ?
say that again?
AJ by any chance?
No, this is Helen. I don't think that Helen was there the day that you were there.
Because the young girl that I was reacting with, AJ,
Uh-huh.
was just an incredible employee,
Yes.
charming, trying to show off things, make displays. I mean, she was very impressive.
Well, she will be happy to hear that. She's wonderful. So we have 3 baristas, AJ, and 2 young men named Zach. They both have, we call one of them Z. They came out of the coffee industry. So they were baristas that we hired to be, it was a very specific application. We needed people that had experience in the coffee industry, that were good baristas, but also understood our mission and were willing to be mentors for the young people that are hired there. And so we have 3 amazing young people working. And then Maria, you met Maria as well. She is our manager and also just a great find and a delight, and has done just an amazing job there. So the coffee shop really is our opportunity to be forward facing in what the mission is of what we do. It's a business, so we hope to raise money there. We hope to be able to have a good business model so that the funds that we make can go back into the program. And it's just a community hub where we can talk a little bit more about some of the challenges that young people face on the streets.
Okay, well, okay, tell us about the coffee shop, the Purple Door, because you want people to come there. And it's just open. bright, charming, just really fun. So go on.
Yeah, we are extremely proud of the coffee shop. I think a lot of people, when they're imagining a coffee shop that is a nonprofit, that is run by a nonprofit, I think that they just don't imagine kind of what we have been able to bring to the table. And what we have is this beautiful coffee shop. It is about 3 years ago, we rebranded. And so our coffee bags have these, they're all in these bright colors, and they have, it's a passageway. There are lines that, with a doorway, and every bag of coffee has that doorway in a different position. And for us, that's really speaks to, we want to be a passageway to the future for these young people. And the door starts at a lot of different places. They come from a lot of different environments. I'm going to share, if it's okay with you. I have a young man who's in our who works for us right now, and he became homeless as a teenager when his mother passed away, and he did not have anybody at the time that he could stay with. And yesterday I picked him up, and I was taking him to the light rail. I picked him up from the coffee shop after work, and we drove past the library, that big giant library on Broadway. And he started chatting with me about how that is where he had spent every waking hour that they would allow when he became homeless, because he was a young man
Oh,
from a middle class environment from Thornton, and he was scared. He was scared on the streets, and the libraries felt safe. And he learned that if he just sat and read books, they would not make him leave. And he's one of the most well-spoken.
I can now. What a
He's just amazing. And so those are the stories that we really, I know that people have a lot of imaginings around unhoused teens that they see out on the streets and how they got there and why they got there. But so often their stories are so much more complex than anything that you could imagine. And when you really get to know these people, um, you just, what's been so amazing and fortunate for me is the ability to understand what is happening in these young people's lives in a way that I never did
But
before.
you have to feel so wonderful that you are just helping them. So they work in the coffee shop, or they could work someplace else.
That's
You
right.
at any job. So back, and the story's wonderful. Back to the coffee shop, you have wonderful coffees and teas, and then you have Garden Grace cookies and Hinman pie, hand pies, and I don't know who the bakery stuff was from, but different people. You're buying those, and they're supporting you as well. Oh,
That's
Stu,
right.
Stuben's
Really good. We have Olive and Finch there.
and
We have Olive and Finch pastries. We have the very famous Garden Grace chocolate chip cookies that we're super fortunate to have. We have Steuben's
yeah,
cupcakes
cupcake.
there. We have Disburrito. We have breakfast burritos and burritos that are good for lunch. And then, you know, as you know, close to my heart, the Hinman pies. They're my favorite. And
And
so we were super excited to get to meet John and bring his pies into the coffee shop. And so our coffee's excellent. We have a very good coffee product that we roast ourselves, that we're very proud of. 5 blends, decaf, and then we have a rotation of single origin coffees. And then we have these pastries and savory items that you can come in. We have some snack boxes from Olive and Finch. So you can come in for breakfast or lunch or an afternoon pick me up. And I think that what's exciting about the coffee shop for us is that so often people are wondering, what can I do? What can I do about this crisis that we see on our streets? And this is a small way that you can be a part of that changing that trajectory. for somebody, maybe a lot of people, come in and have a cup of coffee. So
That's wonderful. Okay, just so if I'm correct, on your ceiling, you have something with those lines like you talked about on the coffee.
we
With the-
do. We do. Our lights on the ceiling are designed to look just like the passageways on our bags. So it's very unique. I will give a shout out really quickly to the Made Shop. The Made Shop is who did our rebranding and did the design ideation for our coffee shop, and they just did an amazing job. And so when you walk in, you see those lights and those ropes up there, and they again represent that passageway to something better for
And
everybody that walks
that's
in.
what you're doing. Now, I know you can buy coffee there. Do you have other places that you sell the coffee?
We do. We sell the coffee, first of all, online. We have a retail store online, so you can subscribe and get a bag of coffee sent to you every week, every month, whatever
How,
you choose,
what,
or you can just
what,
purchase coffee.
how do you get to the website?
That is purpledoorcoffee.com.
Okay,
Super straightforward. We were lucky to get that.
right.
And so you can order coffee just by the bag, or you can order a subscription there. We also sell in some retail locations. We are in some other coffee shops. We are in Fox Dog, which is a coffee shop in Erie. We are in Java Groove, which is a coffee shop in Evergreen. We are at Sun Market, which is a little grocery store in Denver. And our goal is to be everywhere. That's our goal.
Right, which
You will find us.
well, I'm just trying to have people know where they can support you because this money ends up going for dry bones.
That's right. And also one of our biggest customer bases for our wholesale business is local businesses. So many offices purchase our coffee on a monthly basis to supply coffee to their office. Churches, there's a lot of churches that use our coffee for their Sunday coffee services. Yeah, we'll sell coffee to anybody who drinks it.
And if you don't drink it, buy it and give it as a gift. How's that?
That's perfect.
All right, tell us where Dry Bones is located, their hours and all that too.
Dry Bones is it is in the nonprofit tower at 16th and Downing. And the best way to, if you want to know more about them, is also to go to the website, because they're open various hours. They're not open regular business hours. You can call, but the website for Dry Bones is drybonesdenver.org. And so you can find out an immense amount about our organization if you go to that website, and when the different meals are, where we do outreach. If you're interested in volunteering, there's information on there about how to do that.
And the coffee shop, the Purple Door, does not have regular hours?
Oh no, the coffee shop does. The Dry Bones, where we do our outreach. The coffee shop,
Yeah.
no, that would be terrible. I'm glad you asked me to clarify that. The coffee shop is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
What happened to Saturday?
Well, Saturday we are not open currently, but we foresee that changing as our business. We were looking to find one day where our team could just be unplugged,
Okay, well,
but we've been so busy. So,
all right, well, you missed Saturday, so I wanted to be sure. And
yep,
you can see it as you drive by 16, right? I mean, it's right there in the middle.
it is. We are just 2 blocks north of the Capitol on Sherman. If you are standing on our sidewalk and look south, the Capitol is just right there. And so there's a lot of businesses, plus a neighborhood behind us. So it's a good place to walk if you work down there.
Well, for people who are watching, the coffee shop is delightful, charming. You've got to get there. what you are doing is fantastic. I just find it very heartwarming, and you have to be very special. And I'm sure some of the kids are traumatized, and when you reach out and help them, wow. But is there anything we haven't said that should be said, other than come on down to the purple door?
Just come and buy coffee and just really open. I think that the thing that the message that I just always hope people hear is that there is space in all of us to learn more about other people. I learned so much from the young people that we get to be in community with. And I hope sometimes they learn something from me, and together we grow together. And I think when you open yourself up to understanding just so much about people, so many of the challenges that people face, you just see people differently. And so if you can do that and enjoy a great cup of coffee, it's a good day.
And I assume somebody could just donate to Dry Bones as well.
Yes, you can. On either website, there's an opportunity to donate as well.
Well, you touch me, my heart. I think you're wonderful. I think what you're doing is so very special. And everybody, you can have a great cup of coffee, wonderful snacks, and be doing something good for someone else too. Talk to the kids if they're there. And, everybody's a human, just be nice. But,
Yep.
and you're a very special lady. But as an aside, please like and subscribe to the Gabb, Gabb, on YouTube. I'm Gabby Gourmet on Facebook, Instagram. This will be up on all of them. And the time I visited with you, Tami, was very special. And we had John Hinman with us, which is always a treat too. Somebody else who really cares about giving. So it's a great cause. And in a world where you see all this, something to reach out where this homeless thing is such a mess, that you are doing something about it. And especially so young people don't end up with their whole lives there. You're a great lady to do this.
Well, thank you. I feel honored to get to be a part of this. I think you're great too. I wish I had a podcast so I could ask you a bunch of questions.
Not today. I'll answer them in private. And
Okay, deal.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
You too. Thank you.
It's the purple door, and I'm on my way. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.